If you do that, they will be able
that.
to give you that. And I wouldn't want to give information that's incorrect. But
Cool.
if there's anything, obviously, that's not operationally sensitive, you want to know about the station, what goes on.
Hey guys, so PTCP is here in Luton, Bedfordshire, at Luton Police Station. You see they've put up all this sort of felting sort of stuff here now, which wasn't there before. So AB came here a couple of years ago. He had his two-part standoff outside Luton Police Station, and yeah, this wasn't here then. I know that much for sure. So two vehicles sort of drive in that direction. We're gonna pop and have a look. See what we can do. Marked vehicle. Pulling out. Yeah, really. This is the gate Luton Police Station. Yeah, it's interesting. I was just looking up misconduct cases in Bedfordshire to see, if there was anything going on recently. And they've got quite a few reports from sort of, what was it 2019 to 20, or was it 20 to 21? Can't remember now. But there's nothing further than that, and there's nothing on the upcoming misconduct cases. So either they're not publishing, or Bedfordshire Police are doing very, very well and not getting any complaints that are being upheld. I know which one I'm most likely to believe.
How are you?
Pardon?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, not bad stuff.
Good, thank you. What's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
PC6895. You can just call me Ethan now.
Ethan?
Ethan,
Oh,
yeah.
nice to meet you, Ethan. You just got your warrant card with you? Because you haven't got any identifying factors or anything.
It's up in the office.
Well, then I'm afraid I'm not going to talk to you. Do you have a warrant card on you, sir? Okay, then I'm not going to talk to you either.
Come to ask what you do.
Well, go get your warrant cards and we might have a conversation.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Going to try and come out and do stop an account with me when they're not even don't even have their...
In the UK, officers must identify themselves properly when exercising police powers. No warrant card, no engagement. He's drawing a clear legal boundary here. Did the officers just mess up?
Warrant cards are not like, they're wearing a black polo and black trousers. They didn't have any epaulets on, nothing on it that said police on it. Not going to engage with that. Not in the slightest. Oh yeah.
I obviously haven't got my kit, I haven't got my bodyboard, etc. Anything I can help with?
No, I'm good, thank you.
You're just filming, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have like a YouTube channel or anything like that you film for?
Pardon?
Do you have a YouTube channel or something you film for?
No, just matters of public interest, personal recreation. Just out of curiosity, so...
It was 273. please?
Yeah, oh, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's all right.
Just had 2 constables come out, and basically all they were doing was a stop an account.
Right.
But neither of them had, like, for example, you got your epaulets on.
Yeah.
One of them, I didn't actually ask how long, but he did provide his name and his number when asked. But he didn't carry his warrant card with him.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I've
So.
got mine if you want to see it.
Yeah, if you want to show
I
me.
can show you mine. So.
Perfect, thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, no, just like, stop an account is a police power still.
Right.
If they go in to engage in policing activity within use of policing power,
Yeah.
you need to like make sure that they have either their shoulder numbers,
Yeah.
something that says police on it. Because I noticed your tops don't actually say police on it.
Some do.
Some do, but
have to be arms, etc.,
but he had the same one that you've got.
Right.
Didn't have any like epaulets or anything like that. So
Okay. I don't know the circumstances.
yeah, of course,
I was just walking back.
Sure, I understand that, but yeah, if his name was Ethan, can't remember his number and everything, but if you know the Ethan, just him and his colleague who he was with, just put a word in there, have a word with the sergeant,
Yeah,
just
appreciate
make sure that they are carrying their warrant card or have some identifying factor if they're going to be using the policing power.
Appreciate
That'd be grand.
But there's nothing else I can help with?
No, I'm all good, mate. Thank you.
Have you got a bike or something?
Pardon?
You got a bike?
Yeah.
What sort of bike is it?
125,
125?
like cruiser style, yeah.
He's absolutely right on principle. Identification matters when power is being used. Here's the nuance. Not every interaction is a use of power.
Bad weather for it, right?
It is, yeah. The forecast actually was saying it was going to be like cloudy but not raining, and it is what it is.
Fair enough. Right, mate, look after yourself.
You too. Cheers. So yeah, Luton much more friendly than a couple of years ago when AB was here. First to just a bit of a fail on their part there. If they're going to use the policing power, like I said to that constable, then they need to carry their warrant cards or be in some sort of uniform that IDs them as a constable. However, that second or third constable, I suppose he is, was actually very polite, very friendly, willing to identify with his warrant card, which when they're in uniform they don't actually have to do. But yeah, so because he had his shoulder number, his epaulets on, he wouldn't be obliged to identify with a warrant card. But yeah, he was willing to, which is nice of him. Move out the way of the vehicle.
How you doing?
2 seconds.
I don't want to interrupt you, sorry.
Perfect.
First aid, my name is Sergeant Doctor, Bedfordshire Police, based at Luton. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad yourself.
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I've not come out here to question what you're up to or to ask you to stop doing anything.
Cool.
I understand one of my PCs have come out to speak to you. I just wanted to come out and introduce myself because I'm the duty sergeant here at Luton. So if you get any issues, my car number is 6461.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
I'm just really glad to see that you stepped away from the gate when they're filming, when they've come out.
Oh,
So
of course,
that's all.
yeah. I'm not here to obstruct anybody in
Not
the.
at all. Well, you.
A calm, professional sergeant steps in. This is textbook de-escalation. Notice the difference? Same situation, totally different approach.
Is there anything I can help you with? Any queries you'd like to know about the station? What goes on here? Anything I can assist you with? I haven't got that long as I'm the duty sergeant. I'm quite busy,
sure.
but
Yeah,
I'll try and
obviously
help
looking
you
after
if
the
I can.
station. Quick question: in terms of misconduct in Bedfordshire with the police force, I've noticed on your website that from I think it was 19 to 20, there's a few listed, but further than that, there was absolutely no information of past misconduct hearings or any upcoming. Do you know of any that are upcoming? I don't want specific details, but do you know of any upcoming that are they just not being published? Are they not being reported, or are they not being followed up?
I'll be honest, I don't know the answer to that query. Your best bet would probably be to speak to our customer services freedom of information request.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of those before?
Yeah.
I know. It's like any workplace, there's always rumours going around about people might be trying this, might be trying that.
Sure.
I don't tend to comment on rumour because I've been doing this job long enough that I've been subject to complaints that have been a load of rubbish, if I'm brutally honest.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I wouldn't want someone talking about my business. So I
No,
don't
so I
know
don't
for
want
sure,
specific
but I know
details.
that all misconduct hearings are now public information. So
Yeah.
any genuine ongoing investigation, if they're ongoing investigations, obviously they're probably going to be quite limited and slow down. Quite limited on what can be released in case it prejudices any further stuff, because
Of
misconduct could turn to criminal proceedings, or criminal proceedings misconduct, vice versa. But honestly, I wouldn't want to give you an incorrect answer. So your best bet is if you contact customer services on 101.
Yeah.
Do you live in Bedfordshire?
No.
Okay, so
But I know how to do it online.
101,
I know how to do it. I know how to do it for you.
Or online. We have an online submission.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't tend to use online. I'm a bit old school.
Fair enough. No, I can do it for you.
If you
That's
do
fine.
that, they'll be able to give you that. And I wouldn't want to give information that's incorrect. But
Cool.
if there's anything, obviously, that's not operationally sensitive, you want to know about the station, what goes on here, I'm more than happy to just take a couple minutes to speak to you. If you don't need to know anything, I'll just carry on my work.
Appreciate that, and appreciate your response to that. I do understand. Usually, I just find it a bit odd for 2 years roughly. There's nothing published, but I'm sure if I do it for you, they'll be able to give us more information. So, you have a PC called Ethan. Can't remember his surname or his collar number is on the footage, but he came out and did basically used to stop an account because he came out asking what I was doing. Yeah, literally, like, pretty much as soon as I got it.
Okay.
Him and his colleague. I didn't ask who his colleague was because weren't wearing their epaulets, didn't have the polo that says police on the side there.
Okay.
So I asked for their warrant card, and neither of them had their warrant card with them. Obviously, stop an account is a policing power. So if they're going to engage in policing activity using their powers, they need to make sure that they have identifying factors on their uniform. If they don't, then essentially they're plain clothes and they need a warrant card with them.
Yeah, you're quite correct.
So I don't want to put in a formal complaint or anything, but if you can find out who the Ethan is.
Have you got a general description of what he looks like? I'll be honest, I transferred to Luton 3 weeks ago from being based up in Bedford, so I don't know everybody on my team.
Yeah.
I know a few other
I'll tell you what, because you're being polite and I'm not in fear of my safety or anything, I'll stop the footage and I'll show you the footage just quickly.
Yes, no worries,
Alright, so guys, I'll be right back.
I recognise him by full name. I recognise the face. I think he's in one of our investigation teams.
Cool.
There is a couple of sergeants up there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if I'll go up there, and if he's up there, I'll just give him some advice.
Brilliant. Yeah. Again, absolutely. Like I say, I don't want to put in a formal complaint because generally everyone else has been alright, and I don't feel like it's necessary. It wasn't over the top. He didn't actually try and use any force or anything. So as soon as I said that I didn't want to engage without their warrant card or anything, they were quite happy to just leave me to it. So, but just have a word with them, just make sure that obviously. But if they're going to use police powers, they have that with them.
Yeah, not a problem. Anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that's all good. So I'll let you crack on with your day. I know you're a busy man.
No worries. You have a good evening.
Andrew, take care.
Morning. It's been a long day. I didn't get much sleep last night. Thank you very much.
No worries.
No escalation, no force, just disengagement. Honestly, this is how these encounters should go. But here's the bigger question. Did the officers learn something or just avoid a complaint?
My call number 6461. I am the duty sergeant. If you get any issues, my Sergeant Doherty, you can refer them to me.
All right, spot on.
No
Perfect. Thank you, Sergeant.
Get out of the rain, I think.
Yeah. There we go, guys. What a lovely, lovely sergeant here at Luton Police Station. Hopefully, he's been here 3 weeks, so hopefully, that sort of attitude from a supervising rank, a higher rank, will trickle down to the PCs, and I think generally, from what I've seen of some more recent ones of Luton, their response does seem to be better in regards to filming outside a police station. Hopefully that attitude and respect for members of the public carries over to other areas of their duties when engaging with members of the public. Obviously, what we see is a very specific reaction to a very specific situation, but hopefully if we can change their attitude towards something like this and the respect that they have for the public, that will carry over to I say other areas of their duties, you know, like stop searches, whether or not they need to use a stop search, demanding ID and information from the public, although, you know, that first constable did try and failed quite quickly. But yeah, I think it was absolutely fantastic that sergeant took the time to come out and speak to me. As obviously, like I said, he is the duty sergeant, so he is in sort of running the day-to-day operation of the station at the moment. So obviously quite busy, but you know, still took the time in that to come out and speak to me, which was lovely. It looks like they have their pedestrian access there for pedestrian officers, constables. So that police vehicle didn't even want to go around to the backyard to park. Obviously there were no spaces. Oh, there is a space there, but it probably wasn't when they arrived. So they've just decided to park on the pavement. Interesting.
Cheers, French girl.
Yeah, so they've got a couple of posters about murder investigations. They got one with a £10,000 reward. Though that was quite a time ago. Last seen 2018. That was like 4 years ago. I wonder if that's been solved yet. I'll have a look, see if I can find anything online. If I can, I'll put it here. And that was 2013. That's even longer ago. That's like 9 years ago now. Damn. But yeah, there's quite a few people sort of in the actual lobby area there, so I'm not gonna go and have a wander around in there. It is actually quite busy. Head down this way, get a closer look at this vehicle that's just parked up on the pavement. And then I think I'm gonna head on somewhere else. Pardon?
I've spoken to 2 officers involved.
Yes, yeah.
And I've passed on your comments to them.
Yeah.
I'll come down.
Alright, no worries.
So I just thought you might be working your way around the station, so I thought I'd just
Yeah,
let
let's
you
have a
know,
look around. There's loads of people in there, so I didn't go right
you
in.
make queries, you don't get updates. So I found the two officers involved.
Sure.
I've spoken to them. They said that the only reason they didn't initially have their warrant cards on was they weren't intending to speak to anybody. The reason is that, I'll be honest, they said to me they thought we might be doing delivery, which is why they came up to you. But I've said to them, I've advised them of stop an account. I don't know if you're aware, but I don't know how often you do this or where you do it, but in the Greater London area, the Metropolitan Police still record stopping accounts, but most other home county forces don't formally record them anymore.
Yeah.
So because of that, I think a lot of officers aren't aware of the fact that when you just come and speak to someone asked to account for their business, that you are indeed, as you're quite correctly identified, doing a stopping account. So I've passed that information on to the officers, and I've said that if they find themselves at that stage, then it's best just carry. I mean, I carry my warrant card on me all the time because it's got my access card in it.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd let you know. So
brilliant.
You obviously brought that to my attention, and I've dealt with it.
Great parking as well. I love it. I mean, you've got a big yard.
I don't know whether or not it was a delivery. I can't comment on
yeah.
that particular parking. It's not all I can say is it's not the sergeant's vehicle.
All right, no worries. But I appreciate the update, Sergeant. It was very, very kind of you.
No worries, sir.
Have a great day.
Rest of your day.
You too. So. Sorry guys, just getting some actual shots of the vehicle. While I'm here. There you go. So yeah, just taking quite a few sort of around the vehicle shots of this one, just for some general photography and that really. Got some cool angles on the vehicle, the markings and all of that good stuff. So there we have it guys, that is Luton Police Station with a fantastic Sergeant Doherty, and can't ask for better than that really. Absolutely 100% professional. Took my comments seriously, followed up on them, and made the conscientious effort to come and find me to follow up and let me know what he'd done about it. So yeah, fantastic. There we go guys, until the next one, stay safe, remember your rights, and yeah, don't engage with constables that aren't carrying their warrant card with them if they're not in uniform. So yeah, take care guys.